Good afternoon, and thank you very much for taking the time to speak to Breaking Travel News today. We're here on your stand at the Arabian Travel Market, the preeminent event in the Middle East. How important is Dubai and the region more generally as a source market for tourism to the Seychelles?
The UAE market has developed as a quite significant and interesting market for us, primarily because last year the UAE finished as one of our third largest markets. The main one was of course France. Traditionally, historically, has always been France, second Germany, and UAE, which used to be like a sixth or fifth market before, it is now quite significant, being third on the table in terms of ranking of source market for us. But what's more interesting with the market, it's a market that we can depend on, not just in terms of growing the numbers, but also it's very interesting in terms of the yield management, in terms of the tourism, the tourist spend in the destination. It's a market which you spend quite generously as well. So in terms of importance, I would say it's a market that we'll be focusing on for both in terms of growing the tourism number, growing a good source market outside Europe, which is important for us, and a good market which will actually spend in the destinations, because at the end of the day you would realize we're a small group of islands. We have limitation in terms of infrastructures, amenities, and in terms of land as well. So it's always good that we can get more out of each tourist visiting the destination.
And what do you attribute that growth to? Have you been working here with your partners in the region to attract more of those high-spending guests, as you say?
I believe it's been a mix of factors. One of it being that UAE is one of the markets which we are most connected to. We have good connection via Emirates, double daily. We have Etihad Airways and Air Seychelles that connects us to Abu Dhabi daily. And we have also Qatar Airways that connects us to Doha. So in terms of the UAE and GCC, we are very well connected, which is one of the attributes also why we've seen this growth in the market. But nonetheless, it's also in terms of our marketing efforts, we've been able to grow the market segment. Seychelles was predominantly seen as a market for couples. For the longest time, it was a market for couples, honeymoons, romance in general. But we've managed to also grow the family segment. And we see from this region specifically, we see more and more families coming on holiday in Seychelles for numerous reasons. One, we have a lot of resorts that today can accommodate families in terms of having packages for families, in terms of having interconnected rooms, kids clubs, a suite of activities within the hotel resorts geared towards children, and which has made that we've seen this segment grow. Other than just the couples, we've been able to market the various niche there are in Seychelles. One of the most favorite for this part of the region is niche got to do with the sea, either sailing, fishing, and diving, and activities like that. And we've seen growth in those niches as well. So combine all of this together, and the efforts of us, the Seychelles Tourism Board, and our partners, I have to say, the various travel agents, tour operators, the BMCs in Seychelles combined together, I think it's all been a team effort.
Okay, panning back slightly, we're into April now. The first 3 months of the year have been particularly successful in terms of arrival numbers. I believe the Russian market has been growing perhaps most rapidly of all.
Interestingly, when we've looked at our performance for the first quarter, we've been able to successfully grow all of our important major markets. We've seen, like you said, the Russian market have rebounded after a few years where we've not really seen any growth, which understandably there were some economic difficulties in the market which did not allow us to be able to grow the market, but we were happy. During those years we were at least able to maintain a good share of the market, which was important for us. Again, Russian market is an important market in terms of tourism spend as well for us, which is very important. Why we had to ensure we maintain a good share of the market, and we are happy that this year we've seen the rebound of the market. But nonetheless, all of our major markets, we've seen good performance for the first quarter. which has made that collectively Seychelles have registered for the first quarter an 18% growth just for the first 3 months.
Breaking Travel News based in the UK, a British website. Have you seen any decline or impact from the political situation, the economic situation in our market? In the British market, has Brexit had any impact?
Actually, we've monitored the situation quite close. UK is another market which has rebounded successfully and very interestingly over the past 2 years, and we're still seeing the growth. And until so far, we've not seen direct correlation between outbound travel, especially travel to Seychelles, and the Brexit. But that doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. So we are monitoring the situation. I believe as probably the situation unfolds, it might affect travels. But nonetheless, so far we are not seeing the correlation.
Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. New facilities opening all the time, new infrastructure, 6 centres have just opened a new property. How about looking forward to the next 6-12 months? Is there anything else on the agenda that you're keen to share?
Yes, hopefully by early late this year or early next year we would have the new 4-season properties on one of our outer islands, the Desroches Islands, will be opening. And this resort would be a one island, one resort style, and definitely it would add to what Four Seasons already have on Mahe. And we have a few major hotels, one of it being St. Anne, that are going for a major refurbishment and probably adding a bit more rooms to the properties as well that we will be seeing. But in terms of fresh new hotels within the near future, new horizons, we will not have anything. But so far we can manage with what we have in terms of stocks of rooms.
Okay, well, it sounds like a very positive sign, so I appreciate your time to speak to us today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.